What if the brightest smiles on your television screen were hiding the deepest, most silent battles? What if someone you laughed with, someone who brought comfort into millions of homes, was quietly carrying a weight too heavy to share? Today, we uncover the emotional and untold story of Gwen Farrell, a beloved MASH star whose life behind the scenes was far more complicated than anyone ever imagined. For years, Gwen Farrell was a familiar face, a source of warmth, humor, and resilience. Audiences adored her presence, her charm, and the effortless way she brought her character to life. She had that rare ability to make people feel seen, even through a screen. But behind the applause, behind the lights and cameras, there was another story unfolding. One filled with silent struggles and unspoken pain. Those close to Gwen often described her as kind, deeply thoughtful, and incredibly strong. Yet, like many in the spotlight, she learned to separate her public persona from her private reality. The pressures of fame, the expectations, and the emotional toll of constantly giving to others slowly began to weigh on her. And while she continued to show up, to perform, and to smile, the burden she carried grew heavier with time. What makes her story even more heartbreaking is how invisible that pain remained. Fans saw joy. Colleagues saw professionalism. But very few truly understood the emotional battles she faced behind closed doors. It's a reminder of how easy it is to overlook someone's struggles simply because they appear strong. In her later years, those closest to her began to notice subtle changes, moments of quiet reflection, a deeper sense of exhaustion, and a longing for peace. Yet Gwen never sought attention for her struggles. She endured them privately, holding on to the same grace that made people love her in the first place. When news of her passing came, it shocked many, not because she wasn't loved, but because so few realized how much she had been carrying all along. Her story became more than just a farewell. It became a powerful reminder. A reminder that behind every smile, there could be a story we don't see. A reminder to check on the people we admire, the people we love, and even those who seem the strongest. Gwen Farrell's legacy is not only in the roles she played, but in the quiet strength she showed throughout her life. She gave the world laughter while holding on to her own pain, and in doing so, she left behind a message that resonates deeply. Kindness matters, understanding matters, and sometimes, simply being there for someone can make all the difference. And perhaps the most haunting question of all remains: how many more stories like Gwen's are still hidden behind the smiles we see every day?